Hello and welcome to the Rescue Pod Designs channel. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the state of PA, which would be perfect for an applique, on a pillow or a blanket, or just all by itself too. So let's get started. To begin, you're going to need a few things. You need a yarn needle, a size J crochet hook. I'm using a Furls. I'll link that up below. And some worsted weight yarn. I'm using Vanish Choice in the colorway Rust. The whole pattern is worked in beginner simple stitches, the single crochet, the half double crochet, double crochet, and slip stitch. It's really easy. To start this pattern, you'll need to use a starting chain of 13. To begin, you're going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook right here. Next, single crochet into each chain across. To begin the next row, you're going to chain one and then turn your work. You're going to single crochet into the first stitch. You're going to continue single crocheting into every stitch across. For the next row, I chained one and I turned my work, and we're going to do the same thing we just did. We're going to single crochet into the first stitch into every stitch across. To begin the next row, I chained one. You're going to single crochet into the first stitch like we've been doing, and single crochet across until you're left with one stitch. Now that we've reached the last stitch, you're going to single crochet into it and then single crochet into it one more time. So we did a single crochet increase. Next, you're going to chain one, turn your work, and then single crochet into that first stitch twice. So another single crochet increase. And then continue single crocheting across the rest of the row normally like we have been doing. In the next row, you're going to chain 1 and then turn your work or flip it. You can kind of see how we're going here. We're going to single crochet into the first stitch and then single crochet and keep single crocheting. We're going to keep crocheting until we are left with 3 stitches. That'll create the part that juts out on the top of the state. To double check, just make sure you count just 1, 2, 3, just to be sure. Next, we're going to chain 1 and turn or flip our work. We're going to start crocheting back, which is going to be less stitches than the row before, since we skipped those 3 stitches. You will just continue the same single crochet stitch like we've been doing before, the whole way until the end of the row. To continue on for the rest of the pattern, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and single crochet into every stitch across until we reach 23 rows. Next, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, then we can start working our final row of the PA pattern. Into the first stitch, you're going to single crochet, the next stitch you're going to half double crochet, into the next stitch we're going to double crochet, double crochet one more time. You can kind of see how we're creating the little ridge effect on the side of the state. We're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. Now in the next one, we're going to make a slip stitch. So now we're going to work a ridge back up. So we're going to half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet again, into the next stitch, make a half double crochet, half double crochet one more time, and in the final stitch, crochet a single crochet. You have now completed the state of PA. In the next steps, I'll show you how to weave in the ends and give you an idea how to block your work here. You're going to want to start by fastening off the yarn. So I just like to pull a little bit of the yarn through with my hook and then cut it. For the next part, we're going to take our yarn needle. I'm just using a regular old metal yarn needle. I like to weave in my ends back and forth 3 different ways to make it extra secure. You can see I went the one direction. Now I'm going to go back towards the edge again. And then once again, I'm going to go back towards the center. I think this looks pretty good, and I'd feel confident cutting this yarn knowing that it wouldn't come out. Now, after we weave in the other end, all that's left is to block our work, and I'll just quickly explain that, and I'll put a link down below so you'll know what to do. For this pattern, I wet blocked and I sprayed the edges of it with water and then actually stuck it in between this book and put another book on top so it lay flat and left it overnight. And that's all you need to do. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. Please feel free to follow along with Rescue Paw Designs here on YouTube or on social media. Thanks for watching.